Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Okay, so I know we have a lot of new people, so welcome. I'm Lisa. That's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm excited tonight. We are going to talk about attraction marketing. So, for those of you guys that are watching the replay, you know, I don't get quite into the discussion for just a few minutes until we get a few people on, and that I make sure I'm actually live. So that's what I'm working on right now, and then as soon as I do that, we will get started. So I am, my goodness. There we go. Hey, Kaylin. Okay, looks like we are live. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk about attraction marketing tonight. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts. I'm going to talk a little bit about why we do attraction marketing, how it works, stuff like that. Looks like I have comments, yay. And I know we have a lot of new presenters, so for some people this may be just a little bit of a repeat of things that you've already heard, and for some people it's going to be brand new information. So I'm really excited to talk about this. We haven't talked about this in a while. We have a lot of new people that have joined in the past few months, and I think that it's a topic that is super important in our business. We are a social media based business. Yes, we do home parties. Yes, we do, vendor events. We do one-on-one consultations, but social media is basically the bread and butter of our business. So I'll tell you that when I started my business 3 years ago, attraction marketing was not really something that was talked about very much. So for me, it's something that I had to learn, and I'm taking everything that I have learned over the past few years and that I've pulled from other people, and I'm going to share it with you guys tonight. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. But sometimes I get into talking and I just keep going. So let's get started. So I have a ton of notes. I'm going to be referring to a lot of my notes just to kind of keep me on track. Okay, so first we're going to talk about why. Why is attraction marketing so important? Well, as you guys may have noticed, some of the most successful presenters in our company use attraction marketing, and they use their Facebook wall. So there's a direct correlation between using your Facebook wall to build your brand and promote your business and being successful. That's the number one reason of why we're talking about this. Yes, most of you guys have a VIP group. You use that group to build relationships, to offer specials, to offer sales. You probably used that group to start your launch party, and you're continuing to use that group. And that is a great group, but not everyone's in that group. Not everyone sees it. Lots of people may have their notifications turned off. So we need to be looking at our Facebook wall as well. We also want to talk about this because the law of attraction is a real thing. It really is. If you have never heard of the law of attraction, I encourage you actually to go read about it because it's the real thing. And it's kind of like the law of gravity. I saw somebody kind of do this comparison not long ago, and I was like, that is so true. So law of gravity, right? You have something here and it's gonna fall when you drop it. So the law of attraction states that you attract what you put out there into the universe. So positivity attracts positivity, and negativity attracts negativity. So what you're putting out there onto your Facebook wall, your VIP group, anything like that is going to attract what you're putting out there. So we're going to talk about do's and don'ts tonight. And which things that you should be doing in your business, which things you should be avoiding, and go from there. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of the law of attraction. If you want to learn more about it, I really encourage you to either read The Secret, or I think it's even on Netflix. So it was a very powerful book when I read it, and I think that it's something that everybody should read. Okay, so how? how are we going to start this attraction marketing, right? Well, first of all, one of the things that I think that you really, really need to realize when you are working this business and using your Facebook wall is that your Facebook personal timeline is no longer just a personal space for you. I still utilize it as a personal space, but it's your office. Okay. So for me, I run my business, 90% of my business is done on Facebook. And so that is my office. And so you need to treat your Facebook wall like it is your office. Okay. And so if you think about it like that, that will help you as we're talking through a lot of these things. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is your profile picture. Your profile picture should have you in it. You need to be in your profile picture. I know some people have pictures of them with their kids or them with their husband, and I'm okay with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Ideally, I would love it if your profile picture was just of you, but as long as you are in that picture, smiling, happy. I don't want to see it be a picture of your cat or your dog, or just your children or just your husband, which not many people do that, but you don't want to have it be the unique logo or a picture of a lip stain or something like that, okay? It needs to have your face in your profile picture. Next is your cover photo. Now, cover photos, there's a lot of different schools of thought on this, and I'm just gonna kind of go over two. First of all, I think you can do a lot with your cover photo. If you are pushing your business and showing that you are a mom and that you work this business with your kids, great. Have your kids up there in your cover photo. If you're building your brand and you want to be an inspirational leader, put up an inspirational quote as your cover photo. I think it's okay to have something business related on your cover photo, but don't have it scream like, buy me, buy my products. I wouldn't put like the kudos on your cover photo on your personal wall. You can do that in your VIP group, but not on your personal wall. So try to have it be something relatable to you as a person. And then your bio. So your bio, you can put as little or as much information as you want in your bio. The one thing that you want to avoid is being linked to Unique Corporate, because you do not work at Unique Corporate. The other thing is, I feel like people, if it's the first thing that people see is, hi, my name is Lisa and I work at Unique Corporate, people are like, I don't really want to accept her friend request. So make it about you. Like, my bio doesn't actually even have Unique in it anymore. Mine says that I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a mentor and leader, and that I am, I can't even remember what else it says. Something about wanting to change people's lives, improve their lives. So make it something about you. Now, in the area where it says like your work and what you do, which is where a lot of people have the Unique Corporate listed, you can say like, you know, owner at whatever your business name is. Mine says owner at Lisa's Beauty Bar, and it links to my page. So they know that I'm in beauty, but it doesn't scream unique. Like, I am building myself as my own business owner. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, next thing about your profile is that you really want it to be public. There's so many times I go to people's pages that I'm not friends with, and I can't even tell if you're a presenter because your page is completely shut down. The only thing I can see is your profile picture and your cover photo and what you've changed, what you've updated. So I highly encourage you to make your profile a public profile. If you have pictures, you know, of your little kids or something like that that you really just don't want to be out there, that's fine. You can change those individual posts to friends only. But I would make the rest of your profile public. I want to touch really quick on Instagram, because a lot of people use Instagram and they will post on Instagram and then they will link it to Facebook, because you can post on both. I don't know how many people know this, but when you post from Instagram to Facebook and you have it linked, that post automatically, no matter what your profile is set at, switches over to only friends seeing it. So you have to go in and manually change Instagram posts to make them say they want to be public. So make sure that if you're toggling between Instagram and Facebook, you're going in and changing that particular post, because no matter what your profile set is, mine is set to public. Even my Instagram posts always default to friends of friend, to friends only seeing. So I have to go in and change that individual post. Okay, so let's go into the do's and don'ts, and we'll do the don'ts first. We'll get those out of the way, kind of do that, and then we'll get into what you should be doing. So the no's. Okay, guys. Now I know nobody watching right now does any of this stuff, but just in case, or if we have any newbies watching right now, I want to make sure that we get this out of the way and you know what you definitely shouldn't be doing. So, no politics. Now, I know that political season is kind of over, but there's still a lot going on out there in the political world. You just don't want to post about it because you're going to lose half your friends, right? Evenly divided, you're gonna lose them. No cussing. Please, 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 no cussing. No nudity, like no half naked, boobs hanging out. Like, please don't do that. Nothing with really strong opinionated views. And this popped up today with a friend, and like the vaccination debate. That's a huge debate. Just leave those opinions for personal message chatting with people or having drinks with your friends. Do not post that on your personal wall. And then no complaining, especially complaining about your business, because honestly, like, well, really no complaining in general. Nobody does that on a business. So think about this. I watched a video not too long ago, and this girl gave a really good example that was like, wow, that like totally hit me. She said that her husband owns a business and he has a business page, and I can't remember what kind of business it was. It was, I don't know, like a landscaping business or something like that. And she said, you know, he'd had a really rough day. He was running late for work. His alarm clock didn't go off. He got in a fender bender. But can you imagine if he posted that on like his landscaping business page? Like, oh my God, I've had the worst day. It's awful. I just got in this fender bender. I was running late. No, he would not post that because, well, of course, he's gonna like lose customers. He's gonna lose followers, right? So that is the number one way to have people unfollow you, is to talk about, you know, very strong opinionated things, to cuss, to have nudity, to complain. You're gonna get people, they're not gonna unfriend you, they're just gonna unfollow you, and then they're not gonna see what your content is. So make sure you keep that stuff off of your personal wall. The next thing is that you don't want to include your link or your website in your post. It's just super salesy, super spammy. People are just going to skip right over it. Like, one of the things I really like to do, and believe me, I do a lot of posts, and I will put a picture up there and I will talk about, I found my favorite new lip color, or this is my, you know, go-to look. Don't post my link, and I always have people commenting like, hey, message me what you're wearing or what color is that, and I'll just, you know, I just comment like, hey, I'll send you a PM, and I personal message them and chat with them about it. So I don't ever post my link. And remember, we're not talking about parties, we're talking about your personal profile. Okay, so let's move on to the do's and what you need to be doing and what is gonna build you up, which is what our goal is, right? So here's the thing. Your Facebook wall needs to tell a story. You need to build your brand. So I think you just need to be a little bit more vulnerable, be more open, use hashtag real life, right? So you make a mistake and you want to be funny about it and you want to put out there to the world, do it. Now this is a little bit different than complaining. This is going to be like, look what happened to me today. I'm a mom and, you know, I overslept, so I'm going to school and I'm taking my kids with my pajamas on. Like, make it funny, make it real, make it relatable, okay? You're gonna build your brand, and this does not happen overnight. So if you are brand new, don't be like, oh my God, I have no idea. I don't know how to build my brand. I don't know what to do, because you don't really have a story yet. So take some time and think about you, think about what interests you, think about what makes you who you are, and you're gonna build your brand around that. You're gonna post about what you're passionate about. So here's kind of the things that I rotate between. I like to encourage you to get to a point where you are posting on your personal Facebook wall 3 to 5 times a day. Now, I know for those of you guys that don't do that right now, that maybe don't even post once a day, that can seem really overwhelming and really scary. But people don't see all your posts. I would say that maybe 10 to 20% of people see each post, and it depends on who's online and when they're online. So I'm just trying to constantly be out there getting myself in front of people. So I post 3 to 5 times a day, and I rotate between 5-ish topics. And this is where you're gonna start to build your brand, okay? So for me, for those of you guys that know me and we've been friends for a while, you know, I have kids that I love and adore. I also have twins, so I talk a lot about being a twin mom. I love my coffee. I talk about coffee all the time. I love my wine. I love Younique, okay? So Younique is always in the rotation. And then my hobbies, I like to exercise. I like to go for a run. I like to go out with my friends. You know, on the weekends, we like to do these family activities. I love to inspire people. I love to come up with quotes and give inspirational thoughts. I like funny jokes, funny things related to all those topics. So you can see that I rotate through those. I only post about Younique once a day. So if you're only posting once a day on your Facebook wall, you don't want every post to be about Younique. So you need to add more posts in there. So not only are you building your brand, but you're also adding more Younique related posts. And when I say Younique related, go through, look at my wall. It is not like, hey, buy this mascara, hey, buy this lip stain, hey, join my team. It is none of that. It is all related to my life and how Younique is incorporated into my life. But it is once a day. Okay, I know this is really, really hard for some people. It was really hard for me too. But you slowly build it up. So start by, if you don't post it off, you're somebody that posts on your Facebook wall only once or twice a week. Start by doing it once a day. Give yourself a goal. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna post once a day. And then after that, I'm gonna build it up and I'm gonna do twice a day. And then I'm gonna get to 3 times a day and work your way up that way. The 2 really, really big things, one is consistency. Consistency in this is huge because once you start gaining those followers, you don't want to lose them. You don't want to post once a week. If you're posting once a week, you're never going to have engagement. You're never going to be popping up into people's news feeds. So you have to be consistent. The other thing is that you have to have valuable content, okay? You want people to want to stop and read what you have, what you're putting out there. Watch your videos. Think about, for you, when you are scrolling through Facebook, what makes you stop and read a post, or what makes you stop and watch a video? I kind of lost my train of thought there. Anyway, it'll come back to me. But yeah, content is so important. It is probably one of the biggest things. And that kind of leads me into the next topic, which is building engagement. And building engagement with people is huge. So you want those comments, you want those likes, you want those shares. That is engagement, okay? And so here is an idea. I didn't mention this in my post that I do my rotation, but I love to do engagement posts. And so the way that I do my engagement posts is I try to think of something that means something to me, and I make a post about that to try to get engagement out of people. And you know, there's a couple of examples. I did one the other day about your favorite baseball team. Opening season is coming. What's your favorite baseball team? And so people are commenting, and then I'm commenting back and I'm replying to them, and we're having a conversation. That's an engagement post. Or if you remember the post that was, about the shirt or the dress. Like some people saw blue, green, some people saw gold. What color do you see? That is an engagement post. Because what happens is when a lot of people start commenting on your post, that post gets boosted up. So more people start commenting it. And then when they start commenting on your post, more of your posts are going to be popping up into their newsfeed. So more frequently you do these engagement posts to get people engaging with you and commenting so that you're going into their algorithm, and they're gonna then see your unique post where you talk about your new favorite lip stain. Okay? People love, 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 love to help each other out and to give their opinion. Okay? So if you ask like, hey, I'm going out this weekend with my hubby and I don't know which shirt to wear. What do you think? Oh, you're gonna get a ton of interaction because people wanna give their opinion and they wanna seem helpful. So that is a huge one. I try to do a couple of engagement posts a week just to keep that algorithm going. So, in addition to making engaging posts and posting those yourself, you need to, in return, be engaging with other people. Okay, so this is where when we do these like challenges or we do tasks, and I say go comment on 20 non-presenter posts, build a relationship, build engagement. When you start building a relationship with these people and you're like, oh my gosh, your puppy is so cute, or oh my gosh, I can't believe how big your daughter is getting, she is adorable. When you comment and they feel good about themselves, they're like, oh, she likes me, she's commenting on my stuff. Guarantee you the next time you make a post, they are gonna comment on it. Okay, so you want to really specifically be intentional with who you are engaging with. Think about the people that you want to be your customers, the people that you want on your team. Keep a list of those people. You can even make a specific list within Facebook, a custom list, and pull up that list every day and go through what they've posted and comment on them every day. So you are constantly building that relationship with them. And if you get to a point where you're chatting in a post, take it off Facebook and go to Messenger and chat on Messenger, because the more you chat on Messenger with someone, the more your posts get put into their feed again. It is linked. They say, hey, these people really like each other. They really want to be friends. I'm going to put their posts in each other's feeds. So we know that about Facebook. So like I said, building relationships is huge. It's basically you're in a game trying to collect as many friends as you can. But you can't just collect those friends and then let them go and never talk to them and never engage them. So I try to add 5 friends a day. I do that multiple ways. I do that through the parties that I'm having. I try to add the party guests. I do that through my suggested friends list. I'm in a lot of groups and I try to stay interactive in a lot of groups, interest hobby groups. I'm in twin mom groups, regular mom groups. I'm in just a ton of beauty groups, stuff like that, and building relationships that way. And then connect with those people. Like just tonight, for example, I have a girl that I've never met. She's a customer, and I noticed a couple weeks ago that she owned a bar, and I noticed that she, for some reason, had sold her business and was taking just a traditional 9-to-5 job. And I was just like, oh, congrats on your new job, blah, blah, blah. Today she makes a post, and it's a selfie. It's herself, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. And she's like, oh, it's my favorite unique color. And I'm like, oh, you look awesome in it. And she's like, I can't wait to get more. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna take this conversation away from her new Facebook profile picture and start chatting with her on Messenger. And all I said, I didn't even bring up Younique. The only thing I said to her was, you know, how's it going? I know you sold your business, and how's your new job? And we had probably a 20-minute back and forth conversation about what's going on in her life. Nothing about the business, nothing about buying any product, but we have a relationship now. She looks at me as somebody who cares about her, and I do care about her. But I guarantee you that the next time she needs something, I'm gonna be the person that she comes to. So build those relationships, because that's what we're in, is network marketing. Okay, lastly, let's see where we are on time. I'm getting along here, so I want to go quickly through this stuff. So lastly, we're going to talk about your attitude. And we already kind of touched on this in the beginning. Negative attracts negative, positive attracts positive. So being positive on your Facebook wall, being inspirational, be that person that you want to be. If you're not them right now, that's okay, but start to be them. You think I've been inspirational since the day I started? No way. I've had to learn how to do that. And I've just said, you know what? This is what I want to be. This is the kind of brand I want to be. And so I'm going to do it. So do that. If you're out there saying, no one wants to buy from me, nobody wants to join my team, that's what you're going to attract, is people that don't want to buy from you or join your team. So that's not what you want to put out there at all. If you have a brand new team member, you shout her out there, you put that on your wall and you say, Minnie Mouse, she just joined my team and I'm so excited. She is going to rock this business. And then when she gets qualified, you put that out there. And when she pays off her kit, when she sells enough, you put that out there. And you put that out there for people to see. You'll then attract other people like that. Like, oh, well, look at that. Look how successful she is. I want to be like that. And you're going to attract people like that to you. And then just the last little bit about your personal wall is that you need to get out of your comfort zone. I know I say this all the time, but it is so important on your personal wall, and I still struggle with this. This is still something I work on daily. Selfies, videos, going live, and I know it's scary. I know it's so scary, okay? Lives can be very, very, you can be very afraid, but here's the thing about lives. They're very different, I've learned, from just traditional videos. In a traditional video, I feel this need to be perfect. Like, oh, my video, I have to have my makeup perfect, and I have to have my hair perfect, and I just have to be this perfect person. And oh my gosh, if I mess up, I have to start completely over. And when live came out, I kind of started thinking the same thing about live. Well, how am I gonna start over? Well, if I mess up, how am I gonna start over? And here's the key. It's be relatable. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. And if you're posting these perfect videos for people to see, they're gonna be like, I'm not perfect. I can't be like that. So that's probably not for me. So go on there, make mistakes. There was a time I dropped 3 Splurge cream shadows on the floor, popped them all out. You know what? And I just rolled with the punches because things like that just happen. So be relatable. And to me, being on live is way more relatable. And here's one quick tip about lives. You need to grab their attention right away. So you need to get on there, and within the first 15 to 30 seconds, somebody has to see something that wants to keep them sticking around. So don't get on there and just sit there and stare at the camera and okay, I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna wait 2 minutes. Okay. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Katie. How are you? Okay. I'm so excited. I can't wait. You're not going to do that. You're going to be super excited because people are attracted to your energy. So in that first 15 to 30 seconds, you're going to be like, oh my God, so excited. Thank you for joining me. Here's what we are going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you about attraction marketing. We're going to talk about why we do attraction marketing. We're going to talk about the do's and the don'ts. And so if you're watching the replay, hang tight. We're getting ready to get started. And this is what you're going to do. Okay. Now I know things are a little bit different when we do team trainings and stuff like that. We want to give everyone a few minutes to get on, they're expecting to get on. And that's a little bit different. But when you go live on your personal wall, you need to jump in there with some excitement. And you know what? They're going to feel that energy. You want to give off that energy. I watched a video the other night and somebody literally was talking. Their topic was I'm so excited. And they jumped on. They're like, oh my God, I'm just so excited. I can't wait to talk to you guys. And I'm like, this is the most boring video I've ever watched. You are not excited. I can't even hear a dang thing in your voice about being excited. Get excited. Okay. So anyway, a little blurb in there about lives. So just to kind of end things out, think outside the box. If you do not, there are tons of successful presenters that utilize their Facebook wall. And yes, it is great to recreate what they're doing because you know what? They've found a way to be successful. So if you can recreate that, I encourage you to recreate it. But I also want you to think outside the box. figure out like what you can do to make yourself stand out. What kind of things can you create to make yourself be somebody that's different, somebody that other people want to follow, and go with it. Like, just do it. That's how other people have gotten successful and have become, you know, famous, you know, in social media land, is that they thought outside the box. And then the last thing is to be patient. If you are just now starting out with attraction marketing and you're either new to social media based business like our company, or you haven't done this in the past, you've just used a closed group, be patient. It's going to take you a little bit of time to build up that following, because you are going to have to be engaging with other people. You're going to have to be adding friends. You're going to have to be posting good content. And in the beginning, you may need to message your husband, your brother, your sister, your cousin and say, hey, can you please go comment on that post? Like, oh my God, nobody's commented on that post, and build engagement that way. So be patient. It will come. It did not happen naturally for me. It took me months to build it up. So, but when you work at it and you're consistent and you do it every day, I promise you it will come. So, I think that is it. I have kept you guys long enough. I didn't see any questions pop up, so I'm going to end there. If you do have questions, please reach out to me or comment below, and I will see you guys all later. Have a great night.